Because when I look at what's coming up in my show and I see an incredible value and I see it's the one day only and it's something I love, well, and I get to share it with you, so much the better. It is not just brand new today. It's not just a one day only price, and you know what that means if you've been shopping QVC. If you don't, I'll share with you, it's the lowest price it's going to be for 6 months, at least. And that price goes away at the end of the day. So we're debuting it at the lowest price for at least 6 months. It's fresh from the fair. And our buyers are fresh from the Vicenza fair, bringing us what is the hottest looks in jewelry. And by hottest, I don't mean trend that's going to go away tomorrow. I mean hot and of the moment and relevant 15, 20, 40 years down the road. What looks like dozens of individual necklaces that you manage to just place perfectly and don't move because then they'll tangle up, right? It's all bound together with the sterling silver tubing. If you raise up just a little bit, guys, you'll see. And they all nestle together right there so that they always drape to perfection. How is this 16 bucks a month? Already 200 have been ordered. I called it. It's going to get crazy. And so let me give you all the specifics so then I can just ooh and ah about this. 20 inches long is the chain, but the drape, 11 inches long, and that's just to start, the drape right here. And then it goes all the way. In fact, let me slide out of the shot for a second. I realize this is an unusual way to measure things, but I want you to just kind of get a sense. I'm going to drop my ruler in here so you can get a sense of just like from the top, or the middle rather. That's 6 inches. We come up again, and we've got another, so that's almost 11 inches just from top to this drape right here. And so you create this bib look. But when I say bib, what do you think? Chest plate, right? The big heavy necklaces that are only relevant on the runways? No, this is inside a denim jacket against a white rib tank top. It's over a black cocktail dress. Look at the shine on this silver as it drapes and melts. And as I'm talking to you about it, I can't help but continue to do this because it is like silk. It feels like silk. It's this, one of my favorite words, diaphanous material that feels good against the skin. My producer's teasing me for my 50-point word. Okay, so let me take you through the anatomy of this, and then we'll see it on Angela too, and I'll just keep on going bonkers over this. Okay, and we'll start, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out because I want you to see the full anatomy. Kenny, I know you did such a good job putting this all together. Is it killing you right now? Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to ask you to come back over here and fix what I just did. Okay. Lobster claw brings it all together. And then look, you've got at least a 2-inch extender right here. So you have an adjustability, not the full adjustability that we've been talking about in the 36-inch necklace, but you could take this a little bit higher, a little bit lower. That's how it's all going to come together. Now, from there, we're looking at a single chain in sterling silver. And this is the genius right here. Do you see this tubing? Is where those threads, those chains, and these are tiny little Rolo links if you get a good look, are bound into that tubing so that they will never move. And even as you twist it, see how it's starting to twist up, but it twists like in sync so that it's not going to tangle. I actually, as I was getting ready for the show, I had this on and I was changing my dress, so I took it off. And when I took it off, I laid it on the counter and then I went, oh gosh, was that the kiss of death? Like, did I just tangle this up irreparably? And I picked it up and the chains were kind of, you know, they were bound a little bit. I shook it for like 20 seconds. Boop. Because they're all bound together like this. This is what makes it genius. You can go out and find 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 individual I don't think you'd find them this kind of just slinky and thin. But then you would start up here and then you'd have this tangled mess by the end of the day. Instead, look how fun that is. And so you want to wear it against, I mean, I would think, you know, something that's pretty solid so you can really appreciate the gleam of it. But if you're wearing it against a print, it just adds to the energy of that. 500 orders have already been placed and it shocks me not at all. Because of the price as well, $16.24 easy pay is incredible. And so really, when you think about it, this works as well against any neckline that you can imagine. So Angela's got that deeper scoop neckline. I'm wearing one that comes all the way up to the top of the neck. A V neckline works as well. Can you imagine this against a turtleneck in wintertime? And how beautiful that shimmer is going to be? Guys, this is what I try to convey when I do the big jewelry events. And we've got some pretty cool, bold, and different pieces. Actually, today's special value is a perfect example of that. Statement. Wow, I've never seen anything like that before. This is something that maybe you've not seen before, but at the same time, nobody's looking at this and going, well, that's really, that's kind of out there. That's definitely different. Do you have any pieces like that, or even in your wardrobe, where it's like, it's different, but it's not so crazy out of the box that you go, kind of taking a risk today? No. Instead, and this is where the Italians set themselves apart, you're loving it for what it is. It's a celebration of the silver. It's a celebration of what silver does. And it shines, and it sparkles, and it gleams. And if you do it just right, it has a bounce and a movement and an energy to it. Take it out dancing, right? But it dances on its own too. Let me get in close if you don't mind, because I actually did a double take. I saw only a picture of this, which did it no justice, right? Because it's kind of a petite piece. When I was reading the description on this, I go, curb link? Are we sure? Because when I think of curb link, I think of something much bolder. It's still the curb link, but they are teensy tiny. And when it's that beautiful silver taken into these, there's got to be thousands of individual curb links, when everyone strikes the light, look what happens. So this is that close-up anatomy of what's happening. The grander anatomy of what's happening is what you see on Angela, what you see on me, from across the room, just standing still. Look at the gleam. And then when I move, you get the shimmer. Oh, it's so fun. And this is how you get to wear a statement or bib style. I mean, it's right there on the screen, bib necklace. And that usually sends a lot of people running for the hills, right? Because they think big. And I don't do those statement pieces, right? Or maybe I have one or two. I'm that way. I don't have a ton of them. I wear them infrequently. It's not practical. This is the bib style that is every way practical. I almost don't care what your job, your profession, or if you hardly ever leave the house. You just go out for lunch that day and you're wearing it against a t-shirt. You're wearing it against a lightweight cardigan. I don't care what it is. It makes sense. So as you're shopping the day, if your budget is like this, that's like mine, right? A little bit to splurge on myself. Guys, take that little bit to splurge on yourself and make it count. And so that's why I think you're not going to see a whole ton of fresh from the fair items today. They made it count. Because how do you represent the entire Vicenza fair? God bless our buyers. Thousands of vendors bringing the latest, not just in, technology or trends, but trying to keep it classic at the same time. Thousands of vendors bringing thousands of looks, and we have maybe a half a dozen or less fresh from the fair. So they've really got to represent that vibe, that aesthetic. From the Italians, from Europe, here it is. This is the ultimate fresh from the fair. And so I think it's even better that it's one day only. So I want to invite in, as much as we've been celebrating our 30th birthday, and we've been honoring, as well we should, those of you who have been with us for 30, 25, 20, 15 years, I do want to also invite in those of you who have never made a purchase at QVC. And I know that you tune in, we're just kind of hanging out with you in the background, and I hope that I've been keeping you company my 5 years here. But if you go, maybe it's time for me to give something, but I don't know, like ordering over the television. No different than when you're placing an order online, but it's a little bit different in that we offer you something called Easy Pay. If you use your credit, your debit card, basically you get it in 7 to 10 days like you would purchase from almost anywhere, only we charge a fraction of that price, 1/4, and 1/4 of the shipping and handling and tax. It comes to you 7 to 10 days, and you've got 30 days to love it. If you don't love it, I don't just mean like, but if you don't love it, you send it back. If you do love it, and I know you will, then you continue to make those easy payments over time of $16.24, and you will have worn it dozens of times before you even had to complete your purchase. Isn't that great? Yvonne is giving us a call from New York today. Yvonne, welcome on into our Italian jewelry celebration. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing what I love. Did you pick up our one day only?
Oh, yes, I did.
What do you think of it?
Well, on you it looks stunning.
Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful. I've seen some of them, but the thing with some of them is that they get tangled.
Exactly.
This doesn't look like it's going to give you that tangled mess.
It's true. Now, I mean, I would caution, don't ball this up and throw it into the jewelry box. I know you won't. But, the story that I told was that I laid it down on the table, and when I picked it up, I almost anticipated it to be a tangled mess. But because they're all bound together right here, as you saw, that's the key. That's going to make it so easy.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I also bought the 2.5-inch hoop earrings.
Oh, you did. Well, here, I'm going to grab
yeah.
these, Yvonne. Hang on, stand by. So there you go. This is what, and I want you to wear them together and then go out on the town. You hear me?
I purchased that in a jewelry store.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
$200 for them,
Oh.
and you lost one.
Oh, you're a jewelry lover then.
You don't know what that feels like when you lose one of your white goldie.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I've lost diamond studs before, Yvonne. So yes, I can definitely sympathize. Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
so, to replace them, I was like, I hadn't seen them again, and when I saw them, I said, I gotta get them.
Wonderful. And I think you probably paid a little bit less for these.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Oh,
And I'm
Yvonne.
very pleased.
Well,
Very
I'm so
pleased.
glad we found something to replace something that you've lost and something brand new as well. So I hope you enjoy them and wear them in good health.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and,
you, Yvonne.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, as predicted, very popular. At a $16 easy pay, it's at least worth giving it a try. Pop it on, see if you don't absolutely love it. If you don't, you can send it back, but I'm keeping mine on because, oh, it's fantastic, and it's so lightweight, too. J330467, we lose this price at the end of the day, and remember, it will not be better than this for at least 6 months. That's what a one-day-only price means, and when it's fresh from the fair, you know you're getting the latest and the best, and some of the most beautiful as well. Okay. Oh boy. Irene, I can't wait for this. I love it so much. This is the, oh, you have it on. Great. This is